Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, Bitcoin with the dip. Bitcoin taking a little dippage and avoiding landmines. Some funny bunny over there on Tron. A couple funny bunnies. We'll be talking about that. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking as we continue with the crypto walk. Bitcoin above 13K. And all the markets are pulling back. Guys, when it rains, it starts to rain. And I'm not going to say it's pouring. I think we may go back to 12. There's a possibility. But we talked about this yesterday, guys. I think that, before the election, there was going to be a dip. I perhaps thought that maybe we would go a little further. But it seems like we're going to see that dip. Now, a postmark election rally is what I'm going to be looking for. I'll tell you that much. Kaboom. Shout out to Sonny. I see you out there. Shout out to all the crypto maniacs. So Bitcoin taking a dip today at almost 4%. It seems like it may lose a little bit more. Let's look at the charts. 13,273. Hopefully everybody avoided the landmine of fudding or FOMOing into this thing. Certainly, for my DCAers, you're all good. But, I had people on the line telling me, no, I'm going to get more because this and that. And I'm like, hold up, there could be a dip here by this election. And we're saying a dip. I think we may see it pull back a little bit more. But listen, at over 13, let me drop a bomb for the bids. Over 13. I mean, I don't think it's going to hang out here much longer. We had a nice kapump from the 26 from 12.9 all the way up to 13.8. And now a pullback. So let's see what we do with this 13K range. The little ring there on the parade. You could see, the Main Street headline saying stock futures pointing to sell-off. You see Dow futures dropping as the COVID. And, they're trying to run the Rona story again in this, as the election pulls up. This is expected. And no matter who wins, Donnie or Joey, I would expect a relief rally at some point. Sonny says, I'm more of an Ethereum fan than Bitcoin, but I get the appeal of BTC. Listen, Sonny, this is what I say. It doesn't have to be one or the other, okay? It doesn't have to be Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, it's both, in my opinion. Bitcoin's a nice, solid store of value, and it does what it does. And then you got Ether that performs the smart contracts, and it's a little bit more... It does more things. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're in competition. I actually don't think they're in competition. I think they're the two big dogs in the crypto space. And they're the only two cryptos that I'm actually interested in stacking. I've been saying this for a while now. Guys, drop a comment as we run down the prices. We'll check out the markets, and we'll check out Bankroll. Banker X is booming, and we'll check out the staking platform. Shark got clapped. We got to check that out. Shark got clapped for my Sharkers, and the rest of the boomers out there. Sharktron with the exit says, Shark. I mean, they got me with some, and and they took them down from that radar. We're gonna talk about that. So it's never a dull day in crypto out here, boomers. I'll tell you that. You got to be prepared. Avoid the landmines. Never a dull day in crypto. Recently diversifies into wrap Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain, says Sonny. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to hold BTC on Ethereum or on other blockchains. It's not the only Ethereum's not the only one that wraps Bitcoin. So it's just another way to store value. But if you're gonna hold long term, remember, Bitcoin, more bits. I mean, we've been saying that. We say this all the time. It's fun to play with the platforms and to experiment with altcoins and to speculate, but the name of the game is Bitcoin and Ether. Okay, so You got that. Diplomatic says the bastards. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I mean, it's wild. And expect more wildness as the price gets more volatile and it goes up and it goes down. The election comes, the Rona. I mean, this is like, expect more wildness. So that's the name of the video here is avoiding landmines, okay? So we're out here. We're in the front line. So we're on combat, but we also got to remember we got to avoid the landmines. And, eat your bits or you're not getting any pudding, says Chicago Brew. You got it. And that's how we're navigating out here. It's a wild one out here, guys. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, I've been in the game for a minute, and I say this to everybody. If you haven't lost a limb or stepped on a landmine, you can't even consider yourself a cryptomaniac savage boomer out here because it's a wild one out here. I mean, look what just happened with Shark. I got clapped too. So, I mean, if you haven't got clapped at, it is what it is. Champ, I'm the guy called Ganji. I changed my YouTube name, says Sonny. All right, yeah, shout out to Ganji. Nice to see you. But you're right, Chicago. Eat your bits. You're not getting any pudding. Shit is getting real out here. I mean, and I would expect, the market to take a dip now even more as the election, comes to wraps. I mean, it's going to be a wild one even after. But there's going to be a post-election rally, and whoever takes this home, Donnie or Joey or whatever it is, there's going to be more debt issued. There's going to be more debt issued, guys. And there's going to be more debt issued, which means the banks are going to boom. The banks will boom, okay? The banks will boom, okay? And, it's a funny bunny system. And how long can it go? And until it can go no more. I don't know, So drop a comment. Let's run down the prices out here. Pull up CoinGecko. Actually, since we're talking about the traditional markets, let's look at out here. See what's going on. Suave House is out here. Shout out to Suave House. Sub champ. I know you got the stripes. You know the deal, Suave. I'm just letting the young gunners know that it's wild out here. Avoid the landmines. I mean, we're out in the front lines and we're gonna shoot, but I mean, if you're going to be a frontline boomer, you're going to step on. I stepped on a landmine with the Shark stuff. And I can't withdraw off the damn Shark Invest. We're going to talk about it in a second. So I can send you some free tokens in my new DApp. It's less than 2 weeks old. 2 million invested, Sonny. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Send it on over, but keep it public. Because, I don't do any back deals, any funny bunny. I don't do that stuff. So, I mean, keep it out here public. I'll keep going. It was Lion too. Yeah, I heard something about that. I never got into the Lion though. Chicago. I heard about that. We'll talk about it in just a moment. Let me pull up the markets, and we got a show today. We're gonna talk about. We got Chicago in the house. Sonny's out here. Diplomatic Ways over there on D Live. Make sure you're touching all the buttons. The like, subscribe, the post notification, the ding ding. Stay tuned in. What am I pulling up the markets here on Trading? I just want to see how the traditional market gets. Guys, believe it or not, there's a strong correlation to everything and the real markets. I'm talking about top down, okay? And bottom up. So, you got to keep an eye on the traditional markets, especially. I mean, you guys saw what happened in March. There you go. Indices there. Okay, actually not that bad. A little earlier, they were getting clapped a lot more. They were down a lot more. S&P is there at 33.90. Dow at 27,463. So we're seeing blood on the boards. But look, I mean, we're only like 5% from an all-time high here, which is kind of wild. I would expect a pullback, though. Crude is getting clapped at 37.30. And when you got crude getting clapped, that's an indication that, it's not good. Gold there at 1878 down. Silver down almost 5%. Where is the Dixie? The Dixie's up, which means people are cashing out. How about the bonds? The bonds are down. Okay, but the bonds have been high, 0.75. All right. Just a quick snapshot here at the markets. I want to run down CoinGecko, and then I'm going to run down the platforms. Shark is down. So if you're out there, Shark DeFi's down. I haven't been able to get the rest of the tokens I had out there. Same thing with Shark Invest. And Now I'm hearing something about Shark Lion. I mean, no, not Shark Lion. Lion Share or something like that. That one I didn't know about. And we're going to look at DAP Radar as well. See what's going on. Where's my CoinGecko at? Kaboom. Bitcoin there at 13,279. Ether there at 389. Nice dip on Ether. I like the price on Ether right now, actually. It seems like, definitely this is, when it comes to the bits and the ETHs, DCA on the dips is my opinion. I'm not anybody's crypto daddy. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is entertainment purposes. You guys know the deal. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. But, I like this dip. I'll tell you that much. Ripple there at 24, almost 25 cents. Bitcoin Cash 277. Binance there at $30.65. Chainlink at 1153. Polkadot 443. Litecoin 5738. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. We skipped that. Cardano 0.098. Cardano losing weight. Look at Cardano, blood red. EOS at 265. What happened with EOS in this Google stuff? And then you got Monero at 130, and Tron there at 0.02. Tron holding steady. That's another thing to consider on Tron. I mean, you're there playing around on Tron, and meanwhile, Ether and Bitcoin keep going up. And it's not that Tron's going down, but it's you got to consider that as well. Kaboom. Sonny said, yeah, that's why I mentioned it here live. No funny business, no expectations. Just going to send you some tokens. Where could I get your MetaMask? It's somewhere around there. You just got to click around. I'll post it. Let me see. My Tron is here, and and let us know what it is. And just because you're sending me any tokens doesn't mean I'm gonna like. I don't have it posted. You're gonna have to go through my my descriptions for because I don't have it up right now. It was not just Shark Invest we talked about. It was the lines. I decided to go safe with my BTC. I buried it in the backyard. I'll tell you this much. I've said this before. I mean, as far as the private keys, guys, I mean, you don't even need a hardware wallet. You know what I'm saying? You can actually just etch it in stone like hieroglyphics and literally bury it in your backyard if you like. The private keys. But yeah, Bitcoin first. Bitcoin first. So let me just go ahead and let me start off with something positive. That something's up. And that's SwapX. SwapX is doing all right. Which is BankerX. I threw 5,000 Tron at this, and now it's up at 5.6. And one thing I've said this before, and this is before I started tinkering a lot with these little dApps on Tron and stuff like that. In most cases with a lot of these newbie stuff, it's better just to get the coin and hold. Forget about staking and doing the whole thing and the whole bada bing. You could just get it, hold it, and buy the dip, sell the rip, or buy the rumor and sell the news, really. But this thing has been running. I don't even know what's going on with BankerX. It's what's gonna happen with it. I just bought the rumor. Talking about my address here. Let me start my my Ether address so I can shoot you the address out here, Sonny. But yeah, so this BankerX is the new one, and there's always a new one, guys. So going back to the theme, avoiding landmines. There's gonna be 10,000 new ones, and eventually most of them are all gonna fail. So you got to keep that into consideration with all this stuff. There's BankerX. So I really don't even know what it's supposed to do, and this is the new hype. But I bought into it, but I'm not staking it as of late. And it's up. So I may sell the rip. It's up right now. I may sell it. You know what I mean? So I'm considering that. But this is the new one, BankerX. You can trade it here on SwapX, but I've noticed here on Just Swap, I can probably get more for it. So that's another one, BankerX. The GXY, I entered a stake. I used Chicago's link, I believe. And I see the auction super down and all that. I'm not gonna throw any more into this I'm staking for 5 days on the first pool, but it seems like these things at like the first couple days are hot and then they relax. So I mean, it still has something in the auction, and I'll keep an eye on it. But I just want to see a steady flow. And with all these things, if it's gonna last, it's gonna last. But right now, there's only 210,000 in the auction. It's 10 hours. Look, it started off with 19 million. That got me hype. I jumped in day 2 at 7, and by day 3 is a million. So I mean, day 4, I expect it to be maybe, I don't know, a little less than a million. I don't know. So it seems like most of these things, they start dying out quickly. Sonny says, Champ, I only make contracts that work and survive. The only one I made was back in 2018. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you do. Just send it on over, and we'll discuss it. But when it's ready to go, and then we'll come up here and we'll discuss it. And it's not a problem. Mario says, sold all the sword in TTH when Lion showed up and the Shark Invest appear was a major red flag already. Poor people got ripped. Yeah, I mean, I got clapped too. I was able to pull some out, but I got clapped. I'm down. So let's talk about that. Where is I was talking about GXY. So, with getting clapped with the shark stuff, I'm kind of like, right now and I see GXY going down. I'm like, yeah, let me relax for a second. Yeah, went in heavy on day 1, says Chicago. I didn't even go heavy on. I didn't even do day 1 because I was kind of like sour about DSP. You know what I mean? And I was like, I saw day 1. I was like, damn, 19. I was like, all right, I'll throw at day 2. Let me see. And then I see day 3, day 4. I've only got into day 2. And I think I'm going to keep it like that because, these things will, I mean, the contracts there will continue to go, but it's like, it's all about the community, how the devs are acting, and there's a lot of spinning wheels. So, like I said, I mean, I'll take a stab at it at the very beginning, and if it continues to go, maybe I'll go back in. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But going back to the shark thing, and we knew the shark thing was high risk. I mean, the contract wasn't open. Okay, so that's why I crept in. I think I didn't throw any more than like 10K TRX at it, and I got something back. But I wasn't able to pull up. And definitely with Shark Invest, I think it's still up. But every time I try to withdraw, we'll try it right now. I'm getting a fail on the transaction, and they took them down off DAP Radar. DAP Radar took them down. And remember, they were number 1 and number 2. And that was another reason I was like, they're number 1, number 2, DAP Radar. They're brand new. Let me give it a stab. So I gave it a small stab. And it is. We got clapped. I mean, and that's the thing. I'm reminded of why people do hate on Tron, because there's a lot of funny money on Tron. There's a lot of funny money on Tron. So, And it is what it is, guys. And we've known that, and that I'll continue to try some of them out. I'm not going to try all of them out, but I'll guarantee you, like, look how many new ones there is. Aurora, Shuriken, AMB, Nord. I guarantee you by like 3 weeks from now, the majority of these won't be around. So you just got to know that, and take a chance. Any chance Shark DeFi be back on? I have no idea. Crypto Spike. They're saying. I don't even know what they're saying. It's not on. And what I would think, I would say that if DAP Radar took them down, I think not. Dr. Puff and Stuff says, sounds like I missed some excitement. Yeah. I mean, there's never a dull day in crypto. So the lesson of the day is avoid landmines. So it's not like you don't want to try things. I mean, I'll take a stab at it, but I've always said, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you tread lightly because you could get clapped. Look, I basically got clapped on Shark Invest. I threw 10. I can't withdraw anymore. So I was able to take out 4. So I'm in like 6. You know what I mean? Chicago says nothing wrong with TRX or the TRX network. It's the pop-up shop, shady devs, developers, and projects that have muddy waters. I agree. But it seems like they kind of hang out there and stuff. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna be a doomer, guys. It is what it is. We'll keep moving. Shark Invest and Shark. So basically, all the sharks are down, guys. The shark. There was a bunch of them. There was Dice Shark. There was DeFi Shark, and then Shark Invest. Shark Invest. Let me see if Shark Invest is still up. I can't pull out a Shark Invest. Yeah, it's still up. The site is still up. But when I try to withdraw, I'm getting the transaction fails. So, I'm not surprised. If DAP Radar took him down and stuff, it's a doomer. We've seen this happen before. And move on. That's basically what it is. And, it is what it is, guys. It's a doomer, move on, and avoid the landmine. So what's the lesson learned here? If you're excited about some of these platforms, and like I said, GXY took a stab at it. And you will, I got a stake on DSP, and DSP went down for a little while, and then they came back up. What's better about DSP and like GXY is that the contract's open, so at least you can interact with it on Transcan. Now with Shark, we knew that it wasn't, so you had to, make sure you knew that. Smart contracts are like tools, like a screwdriver tool. You could use a screwdriver to fix things, but if you use the screwdriver to stab someone in the stomach, it's not the screwdriver's fault. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So, you got to know this out there, guys. But yeah, it's not cool. And ultimately, Tron needs to attract projects that stick around, because when they got so many of these projects, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? It's not a good look ultimately. But we'll see what's up, guys. It is what it is, guys. It is like a damn casino. I always said that with Tron, it always has like a casino vibe. You never know what can pop off out there. You know what I mean? Some people like it, some people don't, and you just got to know what you're getting into. I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm gonna keep moving. It doesn't make sense for Shark Investor, the new one, Lion. Yeah, let's talk about Lion. I never got into the Lion thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys did. I was checking it out because it was on DAP Radar as well. Peeps were dropping their coin and speaking highly of them both. The mentality of these devs is to take quick gains. I didn't see anybody speaking highly of them. I didn't see anybody speaking highly, but I think I saw people taking stab. I mean, shit. I took a stab at Shark Invest, so I'm down. I lost, so it is what it is. Bro, if you find Meta West, Alex, I'm going to send you some tokens. Currently selling. I would suggest you hold them. If you're gonna send me free tokens, I'll take them. But again, put this out there. I'm not I'm not gonna owe you nothing if you send me tokens. That's that's up to you. Here's the address. But I appreciate it. Yeah, and we got maybe on another stream we could talk more about it. You can link us to the site and we can check it out. There, a gift, you owe me nothing. All right, so you guys heard it out there. Thank you, Sonny. Formerly Ganji, you say. Boom. Mario said, hey, Champ, it takes only to copy the contract and change the name of the token and the main wallet to do this. Yeah, I know that. If you have a nice front-end user interface, you could do that. But that's why we know the difference between open and closed contracts. I can't audit all of them, but I know, some are more legit than others. But definitely when you can't look behind the hood, you know the deal. Shout out to Sensor. Let's check out D-Live. Let me drop some lemons here in the bucket. We got 5 people over there on D-Live. And we got Sensoid just followed. What's up, Sensoid? But yeah, just as a recap, Bitcoin's taking a little dip now. We hit up almost 14,000 out there. And now we got the mainstream media talking about rising virus cases. And this is expected. The election's rolling around. So I would expect the volatility and the fear. You know how they roll. And the sell-off. I think that ultimately trickles down to all the crypto chains. Okay. And now we're seeing some of these staking platforms straight up I don't know if it's they're pulling the rug or if they're having hiccups, but it certainly doesn't look good. I mean, they're no longer on DAP radar. The Shark Trons, the Shark DeFis, and the Shark Invest are all down. And let's see. We've seen a hiccup over there with DSP, and there seems like there's 10,000 other new platforms coming out every day. But it is what it is. So we got Sensoi over here. You're spamming the box. This guy's spamming the box. I'm gonna ban you. See you later. Yeah, we had someone spamming the box out there. Surprised me. People's trying to get their Tron back. It's lost. The guy have millions in their pocket. People really believe if they can come back, it's hilarious. But I think in some cases you would. I don't know if you can interact directly with the contract. I'm assuming you can. You know what I mean? Like you're right, Mario. But with something like DSP or GXY, when they went down, I was able to interact directly with the contract and get the stake back. Yeah, but I don't think they're handing out tokens either. I don't know. Who knows, guys? But yeah, that definitely didn't rub the right way. I mean, they appear to have a bunch of sites coming up, and hopefully they do go back up. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I mean, I wouldn't be hanging around for that one. I agree with Mario. So what's the lesson of the day? Okay, avoid landmines. I'm not saying. Listen, guys. It depends on what your level of risk is. There's some people that they're like, forget about this. This is all bad, and they want to just point and be mad. You don't be one of those guys. If it's not for you, just keep moving. But understand, if you're going to take a stab at this, I mean, it is wild. And certainly there's a lot of funny bunny. I would say the majority is funny bunny. Okay, so it's all a matter of speculation. So just know that, that's the climate you're in. Joey Ray says, trust God. Amen to that. Absolutely. Trust God. Exactly. Don't even be trusting Bitcoin. Don't trust Ether. Don't trust anything. We trust the Lord himself. Let me drop another bomb. God bless you and your family as well, Joey. I needed that right now. It was a good vibe. I just got clapped, and it wasn't a lot, but like it's a public clap. I'm here. And it's not even that bad, but you're right. God bless. I like that vibe. I could take my stakes out of DSP with the contract, but hey, they did an exit scam. They fund their own project and threw another peeps. Right. With that one, yeah, because it's more open, or it's more of an open contract. But with Shark, I mean, it was close. We knew that from the beginning, and that's why I didn't put any more than 10 into it. I said it. I was like, when I was doing it, and I've been documenting the stuff. And I was like, I'll take a stab. We know this is the higher risk. And then Shark Invest at high risk platform at the top. Now you can't take out. All the other sites are down. I assume it's all gone down. But that's, just something to consider out there, guys. Avoid the landmines. Again, it's not like you don't have to not be on the battlefield. But, just tread lightly. Dr. Puff and stuff knows about this. Are they all gone now, or is DSP and T2X still standing? They're not all gone. It was just the Sharks that went down. But DSP's back. DSP went down and went back up. What was good is when it went down, since the contract is open, you could still interact with it. But Shark, it is not open. T2X is still standing. So let's check this out. GXY still standing. This is the clone. It's been around for 4 days. I only took a stab at day 2. Okay. And then I staked for 5 days. My stake is up here. And we'll see, and then if it behaves. And where's DSP? DSP is up exactly the same thing. And you should know, look, these are straight up clones, guys. I mean, what do you expect? That you think this is going to be the next Bitcoin? I mean, you got to handle this more like a game. It's for fun, really. And then you got DSP. Yeah, the look at the lobbies, 300,000, 500,000. It's very small. And let's pull up T2X. T2X is still going. T2X, I heard they had a hiccup at one point with the X swap, and then they got hacked, and then they fixed it. But I wasn't around then. I came in kind of late into the game. And then I don't make much Mario says, in my opinion, T2X, DSP, and GXY are all the same. Yeah, they are. They are the same. They depend on auctions to survive. So it's really gambling. I mean, you could say that, though, about almost anything. You could say that even about Bitcoin. It depends on people buying to survive, you know. But I know what you mean, Mario. Obviously, you make a point. I understand your point. So there's the stakes. I mean, I'm not making much. Look at these little baby stakes that I got on T2X. Little 27, TRX, 43. I'm like basically playing a game here. I don't got much. But it's still going. It's still going, and that's what it is. It's still going. And what other ones? Even Crypto Jam exit T2X. I heard about some guy called Crypto. I don't even know who that is. I heard about that in one of the comments or something, because I'd be checking out the comments every once in a while. I'll check out random stuff, but I don't know who that is. I don't even know that channel. I guess it's some guy that was heavy on T2X, obviously, but exactly. I wouldn't be that heavy though, because of these reasons. It could be anybody random that can dump on them, and these are small markets. I remember the coin who must not be named, all the clone ICOs right before it went down. Lots of DeFi reminds me of that. Not all of it, though. No FUD, though. Some of these coins will live. I agree. I agree with you. Absolutely, Dr. Puff and stuff. I agree. Mario says he was making $1K in T2X. I don't even know who he was, and I'm sure it was only him that's making $1K. That's so what, But yeah, that's the whole thing, the recap, and I think the whole point here is not a bad taste or anything like that. It's things are still working. Look, Banker, just pull out Banker X. I bought into it yesterday. I bought the hype. I'm not staking though, and the price is up, so I may sell the rip. Okay, and we GXY, DSP, they're still up. T2X, they're still going. It's just the sharks that went down. I may take another stab at that Wise thing on Ethereum. I like the fact that, their contract is audited, but again, I know that's high risk, that Wise. Ethereum Gold ETH is 932 days old. It came out before and outlasted all these pump and dumps. Just saying. Yeah, I heard about that too, but I was never in ETH Gold. I never got into that. For relevancy, Tron Chain is worth a mention. This is this long-term building ecosystem. I've heard about that, but I don't know much about it. I've tried a couple things. I really started using Tron more like in September, so I wasn't in early. Obviously, I had traded Tron, but I wasn't really using it. Other than I guess DLive, but would you consider that directly Tron? It was like they got connected to Tron after the fact. But yeah, ask me a couple questions. A recap: Bitcoin's down. I believe that there will be a further dip before this election. Some more volatility that trickles down into the whole game. Bitcoin on down to all the smaller platforms, I believe. So look out for that. But the name of the game is avoid the landmines. Full disclosure: I'm the creator of the ETH Gold DApp, says Sonny. Okay, shout out to you. I didn't know. I mean, I never was in it. I don't know much about it, So yeah, shout out to you if that's true. I guess so. Dr. Puff's stuff says I will get on Wise. I'm waiting to pick my entry day until we are closer to the 10th. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think I'm gonna get on day one. It seems to me like with most of these platforms, like they all move and then they end up dying. So if you're gonna get in, you should get in early. Is the strategy that appears the best to me. Chicago says I'll speak to you about Tron Chain. It was early. Early was good, but appears not to make a difference. It seems to be legit long term. That's okay. But as a rule of thumb, I think, getting in earlier is probably better. I mean, even with Bitcoin, that's true. Dr. Puff and stuff says he'll get in on Wise. Yeah, going back to the Wise. Let me pull that up to see. Check that out. This is going to be on Ether. It's very similar staking platform. So I'd also consider this high risk. I mean, like everything else. I like the fact that, the team's public and that you can contact them, but, I don't know what that means. And there's apparently a contract audit. So, I don't know what that means, but it seems pretty good. Let's look at the reservation, see how much money in here. You got Wise token. So yeah, I think I'm going to get into day one. I'm going to throw in probably an ETH and I'll keep it at that. I've gotten a little bit more aggressive on this one than I have on other ones, just because I guess since they're public, it's on ETH. It gained my confidence a little bit more, but we'll see. Again, I still think it's high risk. Funny enough, I think Pickle is going to end up surviving and being a legit DeFi. That's funny. I mean, we were in Pickle for a while, too. I was like, I don't know. It dumped, it pumped, it went up. And we ended up with a profit there. So, yeah, you're right. You never know. Day one, guys. I think I'll drop on day one. You got 250 Ether on day one. That's a nice pot. It's a nice pot. So I look at it, too, like, kind of like gambling. If you're playing poker and you got a mediocre hand, but the pot is a really substantial pot. Like the pot is a lot more than what you have. You know what I mean? Like I don't have 250 ETH. And it's not that I can win the whole pot, but you understand the mentality. I'm like, well, you know what? It's probably worth for me to take a little stab at this pot. Because if it ends up working, maybe it does pump. Risk to reward ratio type of thing, And, this is my own thinking. I'm not saying it's the right thing or it's not. But so I think I'm going to take a stab at the day one. You can see I'm already on day 5 with 1 ETH. And I'm on day 4 with half an ETH. And then I got the extra 10% credit because of the referral. And that's another thing, too. Referrals are a good thing. But also, like, the referral thing is also, like, it could be something that red flaggish, So... there's referrals on Coinbase. There's referrals on other things. But, consider it all, guys. And where else am I at? Day 13? Yeah, day 13. That's wild on the weird number. Yeah, I'm going to probably jump on day 1. All right, guys, I'm getting extremely hungry. I'm doing a fast today, and I think I'm going to break it. I've been up early. The champ is up early, guys. I'm up like 4 or 5 in the morning, milking the goats, literally. Not literally. I feel like I'm ready to get a goat, though, at this point. I deal with my little goats. They call goats kids. So when you call them kids, you're referring to goats. It's kind of crazy, right? That's when like, oh, these are kids. Like that's what you call a little baby goat, a kid. Go eat, says Mario. Yeah, I mean, I woke up, I got clapped on Shark. I haven't ate. Who was it that says God bless? I needed that. I appreciate it. But hopefully no one got too clapped out there. But what's positive is that I still see other platforms moving. I still see Bitcoin. It's strong at above 13, even though it's pulling back right now. And we'll see. I still think that we're going to see a post-election rally. I think we're going to see a post-election rally regardless of who wins. The polls are still saying that Biden's going to win, but I don't know what neck of the woods you've been hanging out with, but I'm seeing Trumpers out there. And, I told you guys, I'm not for Donnie, I'm not for Joey, I'm not for any of these clowns, okay, to keep it 1,000. But if I had to be, I'd probably be for Donnie. But, I'm not for either of these clowns. But I don't know what neck of the woods you're at. I'm seeing Donnie out there. It looks like Donnie got the momentum. I don't know who's showing up for Joey. It's funny that TradingView has a poll up. Look, even TradingView's got Joey in the lead. You got TradingView Joey on the lead. I don't know what you guys think. There was another. What was it called? there's some swap out there. I forgot the name of it, but that you could buy a token on the election. Like, you know, you could buy yays or nays that if Trump's going to win. Joey Ray said, God is awesome, Trump. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm seeing more Trump out there. I'll keep it, 1,000. Joey says lesser of two evils. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, you know. I don't trust Trump either, but I can see that as the lesser of two evils. I can somewhat agree with that. But again, just to be clear to the listeners out there, I'm not, I'm not for either. To me, it's fucking both. Excuse my language, but yeah, I'm definitely not riding with Biden. And if I had to, I'd probably go with Donnie. But yeah, here's the election poll thing here. They're saying that Biden's here at 51-50 and Trump there at 43-40. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like I don't see how Joey's really gonna take it home without a scam. But who knows? It don't matter who sits out there, guys. I'm expecting a post-election rally. Whoever takes this home. Whoever ends up scamming us, because that's what it is, guys. At the end of the day, it's left wing, right wing, same bird, guys. Left wing, right wing, same bird. Oh, before I take off, let me pass out these lemons. All right, click distribute rewards, and you click claim rewards on your end. All the spam and all that for opening the safe, and then no one clicks the claim button. That's wild. But anyhow, shout out to you anyway. Shout out to Joey. Let us remember at the end of the day, God is still in charge. Amen to that. Absolutely. You're right about that, Joey. Kaboom. Let me drop a bomb. So it's all good. It's all good. Ultimately, it is all good for him. Absolutely. If there's no other comments and questions, I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat. I'm on this fast. And go enjoy the rest of my day. Stay strong out there, guys. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto.